No, this was not, bro. Stupid. Hey, welcome everybody to another Behind the Name. I'm the boy Boo Dilla.
And your boy Prince J. Ron.
Hey, I can write a whole novel about me and this boys. I saw him grow up from Lil Charles, Lil Chucky, to Charles, my bro. Like I said, it's we spent many moons creating. I'm one of the creators with him, far as the city chapter is concerned. Goal Creation Global. This man has many talents that y'all don't even know about. Y'all don't know about. I don't know if he gonna say it, but I ain't gonna say it for him. I don't want to, put him out there on blast. You know what I'm saying? But we got the active special, like he's like everything to me, bro. Like for real. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as the culture is concerned, man, he pushed the culture to 110%. You know what I'm saying? World renowned. Got my brother King Charles in the building.
My twin goat, brother. Yo, what's good, bro?
What's happening?
Man, how you feeling today, man?
I don't know, man. This feels kind of nice, man. Being in the behind the name room. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you looking around like
I can get used to it. I can get used to this.
We made it.
Hey, you stupid.
Yo,
but first we want to start off with the beginnings, man. Before we latched on the King title in front of the name, you know what I'm saying? When it was just Lil Chucky.
It wasn't even no creation yet. What was the beginning, Kenneth? Or what got you into the culture? Your first time seeing it?
What got me into the culture? Sixth grade, my first sixth grade. I'm not ashamed to say. My first sixth grade that I experienced was there was a talent show at Robert Frost, right next to the Markham skating rink. It's probably about 5 minutes walk from the Markham skating rink, junior high school, and there was Spirit Week. I don't know if anybody knows about Spirit Week in other countries and stuff like that, but in Chicago, you got Spirit Week. Each grade represents a different color, different things, and so we had a dance talent show, and the class had to pick a dancer, and so they picked for sixth grade they picked this guy named Tristan, who is the legendary Tristan from Terror Squad, and then for seventh grade they picked this dude named Courtney. And I didn't know who Courtney was. And then for eighth grade, they picked this dude named Jason, which I didn't know who Jason was. And they all got on the stage, and they was like, okay, we're going to cut this music on. It wasn't no footwork tracks because the teachers didn't know nothing about that. But they cut on some type of music, and all three of the people just started banging, just going crazy with the footwork. And the dude, Tristan, caught my attention because he was in my grade. And he had, in Matrix, the movie just had came out. And he did like the dodge the bullet move in his footwork. And I went crazy. I said, what is this? Like, I need to know what this is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Bam did a dodge the bullet Neo move. I need to know who he is. But I knew who he was because he lived across the street from my grandma's house. So we've known each other since we was like born, pretty much. And then I started trying to find Chicago footwork. And And yeah, that was how I first saw Chicago footwork. And then because I was doing sports, and then from there, my best friend at the time, his name was Bradley. He this is when I found out. This is when I found out that it was like only black folks going to this one spot at the skate rink, which is crazy because once I walked in there for the first time, the security guards and everybody, the owner, everybody knew me already. They was like, "Oh, you little Chucky son." I ain't know my whole family had a reputation at the skating rink.
What?
For skating back in the 80s.
Oh, okay.
Skating in the 70s and the 80s because I got a really large family in Markham. So
okay,
the mayor, everybody know them, the Parks family, you know what I'm saying? So but I went in there and my life changed. My life changed for the better. I didn't do as much sports so much anymore, like but I started switching into the footwork. I didn't know how I was gonna get in there though, because it was a lot of gangs, juking, and circles with people who looked like I don't know. Like it was just like, how am I gonna transform into this? You see beads flying and darkness and people making these screaming sounds, and you can't even really look inside the circle. And I didn't know how I was gonna change into this. I just knew I had to adapt. I had to catch on, and I tried to use all of my abilities from my family to my musical abilities to learn how to do this. But I ain't started group until my second sixth grade.
So wait, at that time you didn't have nobody that was like, was anybody that you had asked to start teaching you or anything like that, or you were just watching as, you know what I'm saying, watching?
Oh
like,
yeah.
Learning?
Yeah, so I ran into this dude named K-Ron, who was a friend of mine. He was younger. Him and his older nephew named Buki, which Buki was older than K-Ron, but he was K-Ron's nephew. I don't know how that went down. But so then I was like, "Can you show me something?" He was like, "Yeah, I'll show you the running man." So the running man was the first move that I ever learned how to do for Chicago footwork, and mine looked horrible.
You was doing that entirely.
Horrible. I'm talking like kicks. Kicks look like I'm trying to kick what's that thing that you look the peek hole to see who coming in the door? Look like I was trying to kick them things. Like so
had one move, you just running man and out.
That's all I got. All I got.
Yeah, but I was good at the other running man too. Like I got videos of like of me when I was 3, 4, in my green jumpsuit, like doing the MC Hammer running man, going crazy. Like I had it down packed to a T. So running man Chicago footwork, I was like, this shouldn't be bad, you know. It was hard though, you know, trying to figure out that 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, you know. But I fell in love with it though. So
that was the first move.
Running man. That's so crazy because you would have thought it would have been something else, like because I think everybody was the beginning. Everybody was taught like the Erkin jerks first, like
or the ghost or something.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? So
right, yeah. Like I think my next move was that dribble, but like the one where you like kick twice and then step back twice.
Yeah. Right. Just
doing that over and over. Yeah, like we used to go crazy to that. And then there was this track that used to play every Saturday at the rink, and it only lasted for about 30 seconds, 40 seconds, and then the track switched. So everybody was fighting to get the spot. It was that I'm a runner.
I'm a runner.
But it's the one where it'd be like workout and it'd be like
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Muzz used to hit this dribble 1,000 times. Everybody fighting to get the spot. and you go in there, you got the spot, but you just did dribbles the whole round, bro. You
It was crazy. That's all I got. Just one move.
But it was cool though. It was cool, man. It was good. It was good experience though. So
That was low key though. That was an important thing though, to be able to stick to one move and grow from that. You know what I'm saying? Doing different variations, like you only had one move to work with.
Yeah.
And that actually was an important thing that all the OGs had. They knew how to work with what they had.
What they had, yeah.
facts. That's a very valuable lesson that I'm talking to all my students about now, and trying to get them to appreciate and understand that they have the choice of getting spoiled or taking their time and appreciating everything as much as possible. So
Yeah.
because we had different times,
So from K-Ron, you learned from K-Ron, and of course, Tristan was kind of one of your, people you looked at inspired you into, doing the Chicago footwork. So later down the line, I know it was groups. You start seeing groups, like people doing it in groups. What was one of the first groups that you seen that was actually doing it?
One of the first groups I saw that was actually footworking, to my knowledge, all I can remember was like, this is burned into my mind because I got burnt.
You got burnt in Chicago.
Well, that's a good way to remember.
Right. So I want to say Wolfpack because I went to a party one time and they had a circle and they had all these girls and dudes and they had a circle. And I thought, okay, well, I can jump in the circle. Since I got to move, the rules, in my mind, the rules was if you got to move, you can go in a circle. But I didn't know the reality. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh, okay, well, as soon as he finished, I'm going to go out. Did not know there was about 100 swole at this party. So I go out, I do my little running man, you know what I'm saying? And they just started tearing me up, bro. I'm talking tearing me up emotionally. You know what I'm saying? Just like, cause they had girls that was like throwing thumbs downs at me and like they was turning their back when I was footworking, like, and just it was crazy. It was a reality check. It was a reality
shot.
Culture for real.
For real. Like I got chewed up, like, and so I come from a tough family. So, that didn't break me. My uncles, they knocked me on the ground all the time growing up. So I just went home and I was like, okay, all right, now I got to become a monster to survive in this. So, yeah, so that's how that happened.
So Wolfpack.
Yeah, that's crazy. I was going to say, so that's kind of like your first endeavors with Wolfpack. Because I know later on down the line, definitely encountered them again in the circle, but that's cool that you guys got to.
And that was like welcome
to the Chicago footwork, the battle side. Welcome to the battle side.
Right, and so so one thing that people didn't really know about me, just coming from my family, is like I don't really let go of stuff easily. So I dedicated a lot of training to get in that ass. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm just gonna be honest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I dedicated a lot of training because I was gonna show how I hold on to things and how I build off of it. So I was like, okay, all right. It's on now. Y'all got a head start. Y'all got a head start. I'll give you that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming. So
that's dope.
All right. So then, okay, so Wolfpack was the first group that pretty much burnt you in. Chicago footwork burnt you in, right? Yep. So at that point, you know what I'm saying, you felt, man, I got defeated, you know what I'm saying, this battle, we're at the BAM, and like you said, you was like, hey, I need this back. I need this win.
But I didn't even know I was battling. I thought I was just dancing and I got smoked.
So you didn't even know if you called it talking L or not. You just
I just got embarrassed for no reason. I said, "Dang, man."
People don't like me.
So wait, did that inspire you to join a group?
That's why I was going next.
Did that inspire you to be like, man, let me join me a dance group or something? Like, or
I didn't know.
have that.
I didn't know any groups, and I didn't know
At the
like
time.
where to go. So the first place I ran to was Markham.
Right.
So I was like, well, since I don't know anybody, I'm gonna go to my hood where everybody know me and see who want to link up. So I linked up with my cousin Paris, rest in peace. I linked up with Big Ryan. I linked up with CG. You know what I'm saying? And none of us had that many moves, but in K-Ron, and we just started practicing in Paris basement. Like, and Paris got good before all of us, and Wolfpack wanted him, but they didn't care about us. You know what I'm saying? We was weak. You know what I'm saying? We didn't even have enough. We was broke. We was weak. We didn't even have enough money for airbrush shirts, so we bought some spray paint and some white T-shirts and some cardboard and cut out some words on it and sprayed through the cardboard. It looked like straight up mush on a white T-shirt, and we wore it too.
I thought that was all look.
We wore it too. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
dedication.
Yeah. So, and then we got burnt again.
You're doing stupid.
Yep.
Hey, no, because listen, I know you in the beginning you never win. It was always L's. They was every time you go, you was taking L's, but you eventually got to that point where it was no more L's. It was W's after that. You know what I'm saying?
People don't understand. That's the caterpillar.
That's the
caterpillar stage before you become the butterfly.
Yeah.
But you got to go through that metaphor. You got to go.
So you, Paris, CG, Ryan. You know what I'm saying? Because K-Ron joined too, right? He was.
Yeah, K-Ron. He was from Hazelcrest, but that was right across the street from Markham. So yeah, he was with us too.
Right. So okay. So after y'all did that, after y'all was battling, I know someone was like, "Hey, we might as well create a group."
Yep. Yep. And that so Big Ryan reminded me the other day because my memory is kind of bad. He said me, you, and Lazy. Shouts out to one of my best friends, Lazy. We was all talking about coming up with a name, and it's because we was dancing and rapping too. We was doing both. So then we decided to come with this name called Creative. It was called Creative. That was the name of our group, and we didn't really have a cool sign. I think the sign in the beginning was like you gotta wave it and then you throw up a C or something. It was a little weird. You know what I'm saying? And yeah.
Hey, I can't even see that.
Like we waved it, like then we did like two. We did two sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but yeah, creative was our group with our little bogus shirts, and we went into the parties and we tried the footwork. We tried to give it our best, and we was losing. But it's our hometown, so I can't. This is the only party we can go to. I'm not gonna stop going to this party.
Exactly.
Right.
It's down the street from my house. I'm gonna keep going. So I just kept going. But yeah, like I said, man, I like to see things all the way through until it's like final stage in life. So I just kept getting better and better, man. I couldn't go. My father is a guitar player. Like I got a musical family. I was like, let's go. I'm an athlete. If I mix athleticism with musicality, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I can come up with something.
Something, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. So creative was born. What year was this? I know, but
you funny.
You know.
Yeah, 2001. So yeah, it's been 20 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been 20 years.
So 2001, y'all, and mind you, for everybody that don't know, Creative was pretty much, it was a south suburb group in Markham. You know what I'm saying? So y'all was battling a lot of South suburb groups at this time because we ain't even branch out yet. You know what I'm saying? So what was the groups that y'all was battling as creative?
Some of the groups that we was battling.
Yeah.
Like back then, I labeled the groups based on the towns because sometimes it was hard to know which groups was which. So I'd be like, "Yo, who is them?" They'd be like, "Oh, that side of the skating rink, that side of the juke room, they all from Harvey. That whole little side over there, they from Harvey. This side over here, they from Markham. This side over here from Hazel Crescent. It's some people in the middle that's gang banging. Them the ones from the city or something. Like what? Like they would kind of say it like that, you know. And then later when I was older, I started noticing like the cliques and the groups and stuff. So I definitely saw the Firm in there sometimes. I saw Wolfpack in there. I saw back then I didn't know Harlan and BB, but I saw them sometimes. I saw Curtis, who was in Taliban. I don't know if he's still repping. Is he still repping Taliban?
Yeah.
Curtis, saw him in there. He was one of the first people I got enough skills to like, you know, get at his head. You know what I'm saying? He was one of the first, you know what I'm saying? Like I was like, yeah. But anyway, yeah, so it was some of them groups and then I started noticing more groups when I started joining other groups because I actually was moving around after Markham from town to town and I started learning from different people. Like Final Chapter, I started me and this dude named Jonathan Bowles and K-Ron, we all started like learning from Harlan. I think Harlan on here too. Shouts out to Harlan.
Okay.
We started learning from Harlan, BB, Maine, and we was training with them in East Hazelcrest because I was dating BB's cousin, and one day I went over there to meet up with his cousin, and BB and his cousin was like, you can't meet with my cousin no more unless you train with us.
Right.
So I didn't want to get beat up. I didn't want no problems. I wanted some works too. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to see you know,
best of both worlds.
Right.
I got works in the grill. All right, cool.
Yep. So yeah, so I played my cards right and everybody was happy. We was cool. I was learning. And yeah. And then I moved from another town and I went to 4 high schools. But before that, right after Final Chapter, was it right after Final Chapter? It might have been right after Final Chapter. Around the time when I was 16. No. Okay. So I moved to Country Club Hills. And then I found another dance group practice, which I saw Harlan going there too, but that's when he was passing out pluggers. Mm-hmm. It was a group called Triple Phase. And I started practicing with them because they let me into their practice. And that was when I saw like JB, I saw Troy, I saw Little Phase. That was Kendall, rest in peace. I saw Rio, Ro, Solo, Van, like Chanel, a bunch of people, and they was having me do like R&B choreo and all of that type of stuff, plus footwork. That stuff don't happen no more. But we was like the last generation of that, so I was experiencing that. And while I was living in Country Club Hills, I went to a Walgreens across the street from my house. And I heard these 4 dudes talking about they was going to this footwork party, this juke party in the city called Union Hall. I was 16. Mm-hmm. I was 16 years old, but I was crazy because by that point, this 2 years of me with that mindset that I got burnt by Wolfpack and different people. And like, I'm like, nah, I got to get better. So I heard these people talking about, yeah, we finna go up to the Union Hall. Didn't even know them from a can of beans pretty much, right? I'm like, hey, Hey, I'm cause I think I saw one of them before in the area, so I knew that I might be able to like come back with them if they'll let me hop in the car. I said, can I roll with y'all to the spot? They said, all right, cool. Hopped in a whip with a bunch of strangers, went to the Union Hall in the city. I was dressed. I was not dressed for the occasion.
Most definitely wasn't, boy.
I was definitely not dressed for the occasion. I had my hockey. See, things that y'all don't know about me. I used to play hockey, like street hockey. I did a lot of sports. So I had my little Blackhawks, Chicago Blackhawks hoodie on. You know what I'm saying? With my big old jeans. My jeans was ripped. They was all ripped at the bottom. They was ripped. No rubber bands, none of that. They was covering over my shoes.
Not even a rubber bands.
Nope. So I go up to the Union Hall and I'm standing there. I don't know what's going on, right? It's dark. First track that came on, I'll never forget it. It was called it was these loudspeakers. It was like raw, hit them rats, raw, hit them rats. That's what it said. That's what it said. That was the first track I ever heard when I went to the Union Hall, right? So then I looked and I saw a battle happening, and by that time I was 16, so I had a few more moves, right?
Mm-hmm.
I saw two groups going at it. Didn't know neither one of the groups. It was about 10 people on this side and 2 people on this other side. I've been a fan of heroes my whole life, from comic book heroes, all types of heroes. I represent the heroes, right? Even at a young age, man, I'm all about helping somebody who need help, right? So I see the 2 dudes. I asked somebody, I'm like, yo, who battling right now? They was like, well, the 2 guys over there, they were Final Phase, and these other 10 guys over here, they were Total Darkness. I was like, okay, Total Darkness, Final Phase. All right. Shoot, I go up to the dudes with Final Phase. I'm like, hey, can I go out too? Low key, I had a South Suburb style.
Yeah.
Right.
So they let me go out to get them a breather, man. I was trying to take heads and legs off. I was going crazy in there trying to represent for them. I wasn't a part like of the city. I ain't never been to the city. So I was like, I gotta represent right now. So I did that. I saw my 2 teachers in there too. I saw BB and Harlan. They was in there with these brand new crew neck sweaters on that had words that said final chapter and blood like falling down. I was like, they crazy. They crazy. Yeah, so then I went to stand by the wall after I finished footworking with them. I didn't want to take over their battle. Like, that's one thing I knew. You always got to be humble. It's too many monsters in the room. You got to be humble. You don't want to step on no toes. So I did a couple rounds and I left the battle back to them. And then I went over to the wall and I was watching the City versus Burbs battle, and then Boo. So somebody, I think it was Larry, one of his friends, told him that there was a light-skinned dude in a party that could footwork, and he pointed to me, and Boo was like, who, him? This dude, you talking about this dude? Cause the way I looked, I didn't look like I even knew how to walk right. Like, the way my clothes was, like, and Boo was already fresh. He always been trying to like dress in a certain way, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so he went up to me. He was like, you footwork? I was like, yeah, I mean, I do a little something. He was like, all right, where you at? He was like, do something. So I footwork, and I think Boo got hyped, low key. This is my side of the story.
No, it is.
He got hyped. You know what I'm saying? And then he did a round for me, and I got hyped. I ain't never seen that style before. I don't know if he saw my style before, but that was before cell phones and all that type of stuff. Like, before cell phones was in everybody's pocket. Right. So we found a piece of paper and exchanged numbers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but look, that night wasn't over, because when we was chopping it up on the side, we was dancing and stuff. At the time, I was with my ex. At the time, my ex Sabrina and Steve that night.
Yeah, Steve.
So we we looking, mind you, we still in the beginner stage too. We not even like elite yet. We still rocking with everybody else. But Wolfpack and them start battling. We battled Wolfpack that night.
Who y'all did? You and
Steve? No, you too. It was me, you. It was me, you, my ex, and Steve. We battled Wolfpack that night.
See, this one I'm
we
talking
got our
about.
ass chewed up, but that night we
got chewed up.
and I was like, and that was that time. I was like, man, what the bell? I was like, man, I'm gonna hit your line, and that's how I knew that you ain't have a ride. You ain't have a ride that night.
Oh, I didn't have a ride back home.
You didn't have a ride back home.
That's true.
And I think I was driving.
You had your that black
Taurus, the black Ford Taurus. And I was like, man, where you stay? He was like, I stay in the south suburbs. And I was like, it's so crazy drive, boy. Look, listen though, it's crazy because I didn't know, like, just like he didn't know about the city, I didn't know nothing about the south suburbs. So I'm thinking, when he said south suburbs, I'm thinking it's down the street. Like, okay, go down the street. I'll drop you off.
30-minute drive, boy.
I'm driving. I'm like, hey, where you stay at?
Hey, I wasn't gonna say nothing.
Bro, I'm like, where you stay? I'm like, Steve in the car, he like, bro, like we going out of town. I'm like, man, we drop off, like we exchanged. I was like, all right, bro, man, I'm gonna hit you. Now we gotta drive all the way back to the city. We gotta pass Paul Hall. Bro.
That's great.
Like, I'm like, dude, like, man, bro.
You need a passport.
Hey, Steve, like, we ain't even nobody, bro. We just drove all the way out here.
You need a passport to go out south, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
But the good thing is, I think I made a good first impression on Boo, because after that night, for some reason, he was cool with coming to scoop me. Yeah, and we would go.
But you know what it was though? It was because just like how you was just going to that one spot, we was doing the same thing in the city. We was either going to the route or we was going to the rink. There was only two spots that was, you know what I'm saying? And this was before the Paul Hall, before YMCA. This was before all of that. So we was getting bored. Like, dude, we seeing the same people. We going to the same parties. So, and that's when we met Snoop from HOC. And he was like, because he was going to the route. He was like, man, y'all can come out here with me. That's how I was like, it seemed like everything was happening for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
Everything was in the line.
Full circle. Yeah, it was full circle. It was full circle.
Definitely. Yeah. So, yeah, I was trying to live that life. What's good, Ken? Speaking of HOC. What's good, big bro? House of Creation. Didn't know that was going to be a connection down the line.
What's up, love?
What's good, bro?
It's all good, bro. Just chiming in. Y'all know I stay out the way. It's all love. I see all blessing and honor on y'all, man. Y'all do y'all thing, man.
Hey, much respect to you, man. Hey,
just say Ken.
Hey,
what's up, J. Ron? I see you.
Hey, real quick, man. Like last time, see, Ken done backed me up 1,000 times, but the last time he did, it was when me and Boo was just humbly just trying to do some rounds to support RP Boo.
Exactly. I remember that day.
RP Boo just playing his tracks. He got the last 10 minutes of a set at the House-O-Matic anniversary. I think it's like they 25th, 26th, whatever. Low key, people plotting on me the whole night. So as soon as me and him hitting the speaker, hey, come on, Boo, let's just hit the speaker real quick. RP playing some heat. Boom, 30 people try to flush me out, like pushing me all the way to the wall, right? I think it's just me and Boo. And then Boo, your friend showed up on the side of us too, the one from the Navy. Bernard Bernard popped up, so it was 3 of us. Then Ken rolled up, like, nah, we not going. This is going down like this, right? Like, and then it was us four, and I think it might have just been us four. Oh, and Steve.
Yup, and Steve.
Yep. And Steve was there right there. Yup.
And the people, I ain't say who the people was that tried to flush me out. It was AG, Q, Pack. Like, I was like, let's go. You know what I'm saying? But it was a good turnout because it was balanced and Ken looked out for us. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
so
man, I just support with the culture, man. I know where we at with it, man.
Right.
You know? Yeah. Hey, and while y'all up at the top, man, there's plenty of people that's gonna try to get you. Yo, man. I know how we gotta hold ours down in the culture regardless, you feel what I'm saying? So, you know, honor and a pleasure to still be amongst you guys, period. You know what I mean? Hey, y'all know how I get out, man. I just said to it.
Hey, much respect to you, big bro. You already know.
Well, you as well, little bro. All y'all, man, for real.
Facts. Look, so so now we in the middle part of your, you know what I'm saying, of your journey. You know what I'm saying? Now you getting a taste of the city life. So now you South Suburb, now you getting part of the city life. Because it was so correct and one of the reasons why, I don't know why is it still on that.
Cause was this coming up to when you won the King of the Circle?
Hey Charles, you on? Oh, I'm about to say. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, I said, was this coming up to when you won the King of the Circle?
Oh yeah. So when I was 15 years old, me and one of my bros who was a part of our group at the time, his name was Luda. He was 12 years old. I was 15 years old. We both walked from one side of Markham to the over the bridge to the Markham Fieldhouse because we saw this event called the King of the Circle by Thaz that Cowherd, who we both looked up to, won. He won the first King of the Circle back in 2001. So we wanted to be there and maybe even enter if we wasn't scared, if we wasn't too nervous to sign up. So 2002, we signed up. And the way that they organized the battle was kind of weird. Harlan was there, like Tristan was there, TS was there, Troy, a bunch of people that at that point in time had already started training me. And so I just really wanted to enter and be amongst the greats. You know what I'm saying? So I did. I signed up. But I didn't know that like the crowd decision was going to go like that. And so I started going up the bracket. Not because I was the coldest, not because I was the best, but because honestly, the crowd was rocking with me. Yeah. You know, maybe they thought I was cute. I didn't think I was cute. I was borrowing my cousin's sweater. I was wearing, I only had 2 pair of jeans. So my jeans was inside out because I already wore them. So I was wearing some inside out jeans. And then I was borrowing my cousin's shoes too. You know what I'm saying? So, and Boo know my beginnings, man.
That's real stuff.
So I entered and I made it all the way to the finals against this girl named Janelle from Triple Phase.
Mm-hmm.
And we battled in the finals and the crowd chose me. I was super shocked because I won 200 that night. Even though I ain't gonna say no names, one of my cousins, I had him hold the money for me because somebody came up to me and was like, yeah, somebody finna try to steal that money from me. So I gave it to my cousin. I was like, hey, hold my money. Because I know ain't nobody gonna take it from him because he crazy, right? So then this girl named Cookie, who was in Triple Phase, she saw people starting to like form around me on some other stuff. So she grabbed me. She like, let me take you home. So I forgot to get my money from my cousin. Saw him the next day. I said, hey, cuz, let me get my money. He was like, here, this all I got, 140. I said, bro, this is supposed to be 200. What you hey,
that was holding fee.
Right. That was a holding fee.
Right, a holding fee for real.
That's crazy, man. But the problem that happened that night, it was like a gift and a curse. It was like bittersweet because I was affiliated with multiple groups because I was moving around a lot. I was a shorty training under different teachers around the same time. And so they all, including Uptown, Cowherd, shouts out to Cowherd. I was training under Cowherd with Uptown. I was training with Triple Phase. I was training with Final Chapter. And maybe by that time, I might have had already been a part of Terror Squad for 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? For a little period of time. And the reason why I joined Terror Squad is because Tristan talked me into trying out. And he's the first person I ever saw footwork. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to South Holland. You know what I'm saying? But at the end, they wanted me to throw up their groups. And I threw this up.
That's why they okay. Now
right, everybody looking for you. You won a King of the Circle, and everybody was looking for their sign to get thrown up, and they just see a wave and a sea. Like, what is that?
Right. So I guess certain people did their research. You know what I'm saying, to find out what that was, and they found out that Charles got his own little group or whatever. Certain people ain't like that. You feel me? And I went to a Terror Squad practice, and before we started practicing, AG and them was like, "Hey, before we battle, I gotta play this new track for you." Now, mind you, our group name was called Creative. Okay, right. So AG cut the track on, and pretty much by the time I'm gonna go to the drop part. So it went to the drop. When the beat dropped, it was like, fuck creation, over and over and over again. That's all it was saying, right?
Fuck creation?
Yes. Now, everybody laughing except for me and K-Ron. We at the practice together. We looking at each other like, why they laughing? Who's creation? You know what I'm saying? Like, what group is that? This track kind of cold. You know what I'm saying? This track cold.
But who is creation?
Like why we ain't footworking, you know? And they point, they like, that's you. I was like, we ain't creation. And then I get it. I got it. I figured it out. I was like, oh, they messed up our name.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it was bittersweet because back then, one of the biggest accomplishments you could have as a footwork group was to get your name on a track.
Yeah.
And they said our name on the track. But they messed it up and they was dissing us. Right. But hey, that's better than not having no name on no track. So I said, I'm keeping that. I'm keeping that name. I'm keeping all that. You know what I'm saying?
So that was how it switched from creative to creation.
Yep, a diss record.
Dope. Dang. Made a rose out of concrete.
Yep. And then the whole King Charles thing, a lot of people think I gave myself that name. Honestly, Thaz kept calling me King Charles every weekend at the party so that he can make the beef stronger and bigger, because he knew that everybody would hate me because he was calling me King Charles. So everybody would come in my head like, so you think you a king, bro? I'm like, nah, I don't think I'm no king. My name Charles. Actually, I got a airbrush shirt, but you can't see the name because I spray painted it myself, but it say Two-Face on here. It don't say nothing about no King Charles.
Right.
You know. And Muzz was still trying to burn me, man. Like constantly coming in my head. And so I had to defend myself all the time. Constantly a target. I had to defend myself. So like I said, I come from a really strong family. And so they created the monster. That's what you're creating. You're creating the monster that you're gonna have to deal with for the rest of your life. That's just what it is, you know. Now, I'm not a bad person, so I'm not out here just trying to torment people all the time. I am out here to big up the culture and everything. But as far as that battle tip, though, I'm in your nightmares, boy. All right. I'm when you sleeping. You know what I'm saying?
They turned it out that way because everywhere we was going, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was so crazy because they'll tell while we there, they'll say, yeah, boo, I rock with you, but I don't rock with him. Like, y'all really think I'm about to say, okay, he's by himself because he's from the burbs. I'm from the city. So yeah, let me just step on this side because y'all are from the city. Like, no, that's not how that works, bro. Like,
Nope.
you know what I'm saying? You against him, you against me. You know what I'm saying? So and that never failed. You know what I'm saying? That never failed. And like a lot of people was thinking the whole time, like, everybody from creation was from the south suburbs. They I don't know, they had that in their head, like everybody.
It's because at that time, now correct me if I'm wrong, but at that time it wasn't that many groups, battle cliques in our generation that was doing city burbs collaborations like that. Like we was starting to bring actual people from the city and the burbs to learn each other's styles through us, through me and you, and then it just started getting bigger and bigger.
Yep. Yeah, so they didn't understand, you know what I'm saying? They really didn't understand, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we was hated so long.
So after the after winning multiple king of the circles and retaining the crown and actually getting to a point where you was banned from entering the king of the circles.
Well, that last king of the, that last king of the circle was the one where I felt like I earned it because I battled the person that brought me into this culture for the finals. I battled Tristan, and the only reason I won, in my opinion, is because he sat on that floor and he was just like he was done because we was going for a long time. He sat on that floor, and right after he sat on the floor, I was like, okay, I'm gonna sit on the floor. As long as he go on the floor first, then then I feel like I might have took that W. So he went on the flow, I took the W, and I sat on the flow, show him respect. Like, this was the battle of all battles for me. You know what I'm saying?
Dope.
Yeah.
Then from there, then y'all started turning up and started making some noise in the media.
Oh, yeah. So so short version. How much time we got? Okay.
106 and all of that.
All right. Okay, cool. So 2005 Bud Billiken Parade, one of the biggest parades in America, especially at that time. We didn't have a spot in the Bud. Most of the time you had to pay, I don't know what, $500 for a spot. You know what I'm saying? That's why you saw a lot of dance groups tipping in the middle of the streets for their uniforms and for that slot. And for the DJ, they had to pay the DJ, all that stuff, right? So we didn't have that. We just a battle clique. Okay, but we want to be at the Bud. As a matter of fact, we want to be in the Bud. So we saw a gate that was cracked open. And it was about 20, 30 of us. We said, hey, we busting through. We going to, and look, it was an open truck. I forgot which DJ was DJing, but it was an open truck that was playing tracks. We hopping over gates. We busting through gates. And if the DJ cool with us dancing to their music, then the police ain't gonna try to take us off this street. So boom, we go behind the truck and we doing rounds. Now, I didn't know that moment would be monumental for my career, but I went to the Paul Hall a couple weeks later, and this dude was selling DVDs in the Paul Hall. He like, DVDs. I looked at one of the DVDs trying to see if I wanted to buy it. It had me on the cover. I'm like, that's me. Dude looking at me like, bro, it's you. You that dude. I'm like, what you talking about? He was like, bro, I videotaped you at the Bud, killing it. I put you on the cover of this thing. He was like, what's your number? Gave him my number. And then later on, we met up with him, and his name was Ryan. And he had a friend named Kiana. Okay? And Ryan and Kiana met the whole creation, and they saw all of this potential. They was college students at the time, and they wanted to help us and try to put us on in ways that we wasn't getting on. So they started really promoting. Next thing you know, we was on MTV My Block with Sway. Shouts out to Sway. We still cool to this day because of that. Then they signed us up for 106 in Park. And then we went to 106 in Park in New York, and we won. And then we went back for the finals and beat everybody in the finals and won the big trophy, August 30th, 2006. And we started dancing back up for Twister at colleges. This is all through Ryan and Kiana. Then we started dancing timeouts for the Chicago Bulls, where they would put our name on the Jumbotron creation. This is stuff that maybe people didn't know. But this is all between 2005 and 2006. This is a 1-year span of going crazy with Ryan and Kiana through creation. We started going crazy.
All of that, creation DVDs and all of that.
Creation DVDs, yep. Oh, look, Boo holding the 106 and Park trophy right now. Still got it. You see what I'm saying? That was us. That was us, man.
106 and Park, boy. That was some inspiration when we saw that. Like, Chicago Footwork won. Like, I just felt like it was the Chicago one. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't even a specific group. It was just for the whole city.
Right.
Tell them how it was when we got off that plane, though, in Chicago, coming back home.
Right. Well, right before that, when the voting was happening, everybody had like 50%, 40%. Ours said 27%, bro. When they first checked the numbers, ours said 27%. I went in that bathroom, and I ain't saying Boo was crying, but half the group was crying. They was in that bathroom calling their mama, calling their family, like, y'all gotta vote for us, man. Like, we out here trying to represent Chicago. Them numbers turned around so quick, and we won the whole thing, bro.
Yep, I remember that.
We won that whole thing, and that was for the city. Now, at that same trip, 3-6 Mafia won the Oscars for the first time. So Juicy J and them was backstage. So we was backstage, and we got into it with Ryan and Kiana. There was some disagreements, you know, things were said, and we started separating at that point, right? When we separated, I got scared because I thought, you know, that was the end of creation for our career. You know what I'm saying? Before it could even like blast off. So before that, we did a gig with Crucial Conflict, and the connect for Crucial Conflict was Lady Soul. Lady Soul connected us to this Crucial Conflict thing. And so I met with her with Ryan and Kiana, and I got her phone number. Still had it on me when we won 106 and Park. Right. So everybody caught a flight back home. I was so scared, I missed my flight on purpose, and I walked the New York streets by myself all night, praying and seeing if I could find a new connect for creation to get on. I didn't know what I was doing. I was about 18, 19 years old. But I was scared that creation was just about to just like fall off the map. So I'm walking the streets. I called my dad. I'm like, hey, Dad, do we got any family out here? I need a place to sleep. He's like, yeah, we got family in Jersey and woo. Call them up. I'm sleeping over there. They making pancakes. I'm staying over there for a couple extra days. You know what I'm saying? And when I finally caught that flight back to Chicago, the person I called was Lady Soul. I said, hey, Lady Soul, I don't know if you remember me, but she was like, yeah, congratulations on the 106 and Park thing. I was like, could you please give me a ride home? And I really need to talk to you. When she gave me that ride home, I poured my soul to that woman. I'm talking like, please help us. You know what I'm saying? Like, please keep, like, we need guidance. We need somebody from the outside looking in to help give us ideas and different opportunities. And she did, you know, she did. And we kept it moving. And then Creation Footwork Kings was born. That's a story that nobody really talks about. It wasn't Footwork Kings first. It was Creation Footwork Kings for about 6 months.
6 months, yeah.
Right? And we was doing high school shows and all of that stuff. We had spray painted pants. We did the Chris Brown dance downs at the UIC Pavilion and all that stuff. And then Footwork Kings came.
Right. So listen to that, everybody that's listening to this. It was Creation Footwork Kings first. Just wanted to say that because we wanted to clear that. Also, when we got back from doing the 106 in Park after we won, you would have thought that we was going to be the happiest kids ever coming back here. We wasn't. We wasn't. We was, everybody felt like we lost and we won.
Yep.
The entire thing. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just so crazy. But
now that I look at it, now that I look back at it, imagine if everything was perfect when we won. We probably would have been too comfortable to move forward.
Facts.
So because we was pissed off again,
it made us go harder.
Yep, we started going crazy.
Yep.
We started going crazy. You know what I'm saying? So we was like, nah, okay. We started footworking at train stations like we ain't win nothing. We was doing everything. Like we was dancing there. I was still working at Popeyes. I started Chicago Tribune started coming to Popeyes, and I was footworking everywhere. Like it was crazy. So yeah, so we did a lot, man. But yeah, this story can go on and on, man.
No, so get into the after we formed you ain't got to get into the Footwork King thing, you know what I'm saying? Because that we don't even got time.
We already know that's how Chicago Footwork is right now.
We was doing our thing, we did X, Y, and Z, you know what I'm saying? Let's talk about the joining the Madonna tour. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about starting, actually branching out to becoming not just in the States but
international
world, you know what I'm saying? Face, name, you know what I'm saying?
Madonna, man. That's really hard to put into words completely, but I'll put it to you this way. I was just telling somebody earlier, I was like, imagine yourself 21 years old. You ain't never did no auditions outside of Chicago. You only did pretty much 1 or 2 auditions in Chicago.
Right.
And then you got the flu. I'll throw that in there because I definitely had the flu. You know what I'm saying? And then, you got to look. So you broke too. You broke. And Lady Soul hit me up and she like, hey, Charles, I know you sick. But there's this aid for, some talent, some raw talent. And I wanted to know if you wanted to go audition for Madonna. I was like, Madonna? That didn't even go together with Chicago Footwork in my mind. I'm like, Madonna? Chicago Footwork? I'm like, she like, yeah, Madonna. So I'm like, all right, I'm down. If you say it's cool, let's go. But I ain't got no money. She was like, I know you ain't got no money. I know how your spending habits is. I held back a check for you. You got it. And TJ, and they got money. J-Ron said he got his money. So y'all can all go out there together. We went out there. We made it through 3 days of auditioning. It was about 3,000 dancers. I'm talking people on stilts, boobs on fire, animals, lions, tigers, and bears and stuff. Just dancers, all types of people just auditioning for Madonna, right? We made it all the way. Madonna opened up the floor and was like, I want to see the Jukers. That's what she called us. She didn't call us Chicago Footworkers. She was like, let me see the Jukers. And so I'm looking around like, who the Jukers? And then she pointed to us and she was like, I got this new song produced by Pharrell Williams. I want to see what y'all can do to it right now on the spot. J-Ron at the time couldn't do no choreo. So on that, I said, all right, TJ, we're going to do this little footwork routine that we made up, slide, slide, you know what I'm saying? And am I here? Can y'all hear me?
It's like, it's going.
Oh, yo.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear. J-Ron, you can hear?
I can hear him, but it's like he's frozen on mine. But I don't know. It's probably, I can hear him though.
Y'all can hear me?
You say it sound like a robot, yeah, on my end too.
What about now? Testing.
Okay. It sounds cool now.
We good?
On my end, it sounds good.
Okay. So what I was saying is, long story short, we killed that, and then we went home. We thought we could go brag and tell everybody we auditioned for Madonna. You know what I'm saying? We didn't know that we was gonna get the call saying we booked Madonna. Right. You know what I'm saying? One epic thing about this tour, all her other tours were more pop based, from other producers. And then the other thing that was epic from this tour that happened was that we had our first Black president of the United States of America while we were touring. And the other epic thing that happened when we were on tour was Michael Jackson died right down the street from us. Like he was rehearsing right down the street from us in London, and his doctor contacted him, and he went home, and that's when he got killed. Right when we was touring. So a lot of big things happened that like was changing our lives. And we only had, we toured for 2 years, and we only had 2 breaks in 2 years. We had a 10-day break in 2 years and a 13-day break in 2 years. So it was a lot of like growth from me being 21 to 23. Jay was 22 to 24. We went to the favelas of Brazil to dance for the kids there. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even have no shoes. We got a performance from Sao Paulo dance team. Like, you know, we did a lot of stuff. We was partying with Madonna's friends and stuff, but we was constantly making sure that we promoted Chicago footwork. We had a lot of business cards on deck just in case we could like get to a new place after the tour and promote Chicago footwork some more, you know. But we didn't really know what we were doing though. We were learning as we were going. That was the thing. We were learning as we were going. But being the youngest on the tour, I had to be an animal. Mm-hmm. So every time Madonna was like, hey, Charles, show my friends some Chicago footwork. Say less. I'm moving her tables in her house, her couches, everything. Destroying everything, going crazy. Like, you ain't got to tell me twice to go crazy on Chicago footwork. That's what you hired me for. You know? But we also learned about the Hollywood kind of like lifestyle too, you know, certain things that, you know, people say just to get ahead and stuff like that. We learned about, me and J-Ron became brothers on that tour. I didn't rock with him before the tour.
Young arch enemy.
We didn't really rock. Like, I rocked with him on the tour because we were all we had at one point. And so I was like, I'm not letting nobody say nothing negative to Jay. You say anything negative to Jay, next thing, as soon as you blink, I'm teleporting in your face. I'm in your grill.
That's all we had. That's all we had. Only 2 people from Chicago. We had to put our differences aside, all our beef to the side. Like, hey, I got your back. You got mine. Like,
but what's crazy is Madonna still wanted us to fight each other. So every day we had to box. They took us out of the room with the other dancers, put us in a private dome where we had a Brooklyn boxing coach for months beating us up. We got to jump over strings, handstand push-ups, punching each other with no gloves, like going crazy. Just, you know what I'm saying? It was wild. Like, this stuff really like changed us. It was like,
hey, we nice, but don't think we ain't got them hands.
Hey, man. I learned the hard way. I peeled my whole skin back trying to hit that little thing, and I hit the top. And the whole, bro, I messed myself up, bro. Now check this out. How do you feel if you're a Chicago footworker and you're on the Madonna tour? Other dancers can have people swing your positions so that if you get hurt, they can take your spot. But nobody could swing our position. So every time we got hurt, we had to do the next show.
Hurt no.
Ain't nobody learn no footwork overnight.
Nope, we ain't learning Chicago footwork overnight. So my back messed up. I pulled my back. I pulled my whole back out. You got to do the next show. Like, crazy. crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? It was the real deal. So we learned a lot about professionalism, and what we wanted to do was go back to Chicago and spread it to havoc and creation. That was our first thing we wanted to do. I'm coming to creation, and I'm about to teach them everything I know about professionalism so they can be next up. That's what I want. I was like, y'all got to be next up. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what happened. America's Best Dance Crew, all that stuff started happening. You know, everybody started growing. And then me and Jay and Grego, we moved to Los Angeles in 2011.
Yeah. With the and I definitely wanted to also touch base on too with the creation global. I wanted to touch base a little bit on that too, as far as highlight that a little bit too. I know we had the little switch in the video, so I wanted to get some time too to highlight that, because that was a real critical time too, as far as big.
Yeah. So yeah. I know we don't got all day, because I know this is our lives. We could do this all day. But yes. So to keep it brief, I don't know if everybody's seen this video that me and Paul Zeddy, shouts out to Paul Zeddy, we did in New York, called "How to Do Chicago Footwork." It went viral on YouTube, where we were breaking down some of the steps, and we were showcasing the steps. That same trip, I had a meeting with Lady Soul and my sis Lil Bit and Pause. And Lady Soul told me, you know, since you're putting a lot of energy into creation, you know, right now, living in LA, maybe that should be your main focus. You know, maybe you should like make it global, you know, like a creation global, you know. And I looked at her, I looked at Pause, I looked a little bit, and I was like, all right. It was a very tough moment, because it felt like a little separation from like a mother figure to me. But it wasn't a big separation. I just was real sensitive about this change up. But after that, I went full force. I started like training people of different ethnicities in Los Angeles. Rob C, who's like, in my mind, the first white dude to ever fully commit to Chicago footwork and be a part of a battle clique and do X, Y, and Z with Chicago footwork. Rob C, Brianna, Mexican, you know what I'm saying? San from Taiwan. We started training people from outside of Chicago. And I started realizing as we were training these people that this could be medicinal, this could be healthy for my culture down the line, as long as we find the right people who are loyal, committed, and really care about the culture's growth. This could help full circle with the motivation and the growth of Chicago footwork, because we've been around for over 30 years and we're part of one of the most segregated cities in America. Okay, so let's do some outreach to some other cultures, you know? All right, let's do it. Paul Zeddy a little bit came through. Boo started coming through. Jay, you know, was helping. You know, we all started playing our part to teaching other people around us who wanted to learn. And we wasn't even in the studios. We was on the block in LA. Talk about, oh, I'm from the block. It ain't just one block in Chicago. It's blocks all over the world. I'm on the block in LA now. Yeah. With the MS-13s and stuff. MS-16s or 13s, one of them gangs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, kicking it, really just trying to grind, spending my last dollar just so I can be at this party, just in case this cipher is going to be the breaking point for me to book a big gig. We trying to learn how to do more industry auditions and stuff, spending our last dimes. We ended up with Church of Scientology, doing crazy stuff, trying to hustle. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, dog. But
you know what I'm saying? Hey, this wasn't a piece of cake at all. You know what I'm saying? But we found lanes. We ended up getting in the dance studios, and then from there, since the agencies wasn't booking us so much, the people in the classes were from other countries, so they were like, "Yo, I want to bring you to this country," and truth be told, you know, me and Jay started doing collaboration classes and learning how to teach on a global scale together in these classes in different countries. We invested our own money. We spent our own money to fly to Paris, sleeping on people's couches just so we can enter a battle that wasn't even Chicago footwork, just so we can represent Chicago footwork. Talk about global. You know what I'm saying? Creation Global did a lot, but Jay was there. It was a few people that was there. You know what I'm saying? So we battling in front of 20,000 people just so we can pass our business cards out. Event over, I'm on the block in Paris trying to ball up everything I see until the night is over so that we can get as much connection as possible. This is how we talk. This is how we shared our energy. So we went really far with all of that. And because of that, you know, people like Jay had a Havoc member in Japan. We, you know, well, whichever branch of Havoc he was representing. And, you know, creation, we started spreading around the world. And, you know, and we're still doing that to this day. I don't even want to say the number of members that we have right now.
Right. We ain't got to say it. We ain't got to say it.
But yeah, we've been pushing. So and we've been doing this for the right reasons. We've been doing this not just for ourselves, but for everybody to get opportunities. You know, everybody who's willing to work together, though. You know, at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that we actually got you on the show, because a lot of people they don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of individuals don't know. And some individuals already know, but they still fail to, you know how they go. But I'm glad that you know, they can hear it out the horse's mouth. You know what I'm saying? They can actually, you know what I mean? I'm talking about the younger generation. We ain't even talking about the, you know what I'm saying, our generation or the ones before us. You know what I mean? The younger generation can know that, you know, you grind, you know what I'm saying? It took grind to be a king.
Okay. Knock on wood, Jinx. Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? You did it, you know what I mean? And you ain't just do it by yourself. You went, took all the bullets, you went in war and was like, they shot you up, and you came back. You came back like, hey,
I took the bullets out of me and gave me
y'all. Now we good. We good, man. I'm about to pass. Come on. You know what I'm saying?
I took the bullets.
You know what I mean? So a lot of people got to learn from that. You know what I'm saying? Creation wouldn't be where it is today if y'all didn't take that trip, take that leap. You know what I'm saying? For the culture wouldn't be where it is today. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into the questions. I know it's gonna be a lot of questions. Let me put this out there now. We're not gonna be able to answer all these questions. I'm just letting y'all know. We got to answer these questions.
Hey yo, shouts out to Lucky. You know what I'm saying? I give credit to where credit's due. This man would take 4-hour trips late at night just to play his part in the Los Angeles growth of Chicago footwork.
It's him.
Shouts out to Lucky. Hey, I recognize grind. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
Right.
And hey, I appreciate that, Charles. That mean a lot to me, for real.
That didn't mean for you to get on though. That wasn't your cue to get on, bro.
Look, my bad. Let me push the mute button.
Hey, I always gotta break the rules.
Goodilla on strict mode today, boy. He owned it.
Hey, no, love though, bro. Man, I love you, boy. Love you, bro.
Love you too, bro.
Let's get
into these questions.
So, okay, first question from Dayon. She said,
Wait, you can't just say this from day on. Wait, you just can't just.
Well, you've been rushing me.
Out.
I've been trying to take my time. J-Ron, we got Jay. So I'm like, all right, let me not even give nobody introductions. So let me just.
You can give her an introduction though.
All right, okay. So
she was.
I got witnesses.
She was on 106 in Park.
She went to 106 in Park with us.
That's what I would like to have said, but I thought him rushing with time. I'm
Oh,
like,
no, go ahead, J-Rob.
I wanted to introduce because she was definitely on that part of history, holding it down. So she said, how did you guys meet and battle the Les Twins?
Okay. 2010, Helsinki, Finland. It's near Scandinavia, near Sweden, near Denmark, all them places, just in case y'all need like a map. We got booked to teach some classes for this guy named Joni. And it was only 2 artist groups that got booked, me and Jay and the Les Twins. Now, the Les Twins, if y'all don't know, they're like 1 or 2 years. They're 2 years younger than us. Okay? But I don't know if y'all even know our age. You feel me? So, yeah, I'm pushing.
Yeah, just know we older than them, but
we older than them.
They're my little bros, but they taller than us, but they're the little bros.
Yeah, so we older than the Les Twins, right? So they doing their stuff. We saw that piece. J-Ron couldn't get enough of that piece that they did because we ain't never seen them isolations before and them dime stops and all of that type of stuff and the ticking and the music that they used. That Michael Jackson song was epic. Yeah. So then after that, we ended up doing a gig in San Francisco with Mish and O-Trip House. And we ended up meeting this lady named Sandy. Now, Sandy soon enough became fans of me and Jay and supporters of me and Jay and like family, but she also loved Les Twins. So fast forwarding a couple years later, she was like, I would love to book a battle between you and Jay and Les Twins at the biggest theater in San Francisco, which is the Palace of Fine Arts. It looks like a Greek castle, right? So we battled in there. It was a great turnout. They remembered us from all the Just the Boo Paris events we did. And we was cool with each other. We always been cool. We battled. It was such a great turnout. She was like, I want to do it every year. So she did it the next year. We battled Les Twins next year, and we was going to do it the next year, but I think pandemic or something happened. So something happened, but that's the story.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be that collab before.
Oh, yeah, it was going to be a collaboration. No, I broke my foot. That's what happened. I broke my foot.
Yeah, it was going to be a show.
Right, it was going to be a show, but I fractured my foot in Brazil. There it is.
Dang. All right, I'm going to let you do the next one. Question, boo.
All right, we got one from HOC Ken. How hard was it for y'all all to learn and teach Les Twins? I don't think did y'all teach them?
No. So at the very most that we did, we probably inspired them to definitely do some Chicago footwork, but we never taught them. So we don't take credit for teaching them anything. You know what I'm saying? They watch things and they get inspired all the time, but yeah, they didn't ask us to show them anything. So
they be doing them janky ass Erkin jerks.
That's too funny.
That's gonna be crazy.
Okay, so all right, we got dang, them questions coming in, boy. They said this from Josh. How did you and J-Ron feel when y'all battled Lightbulb and AG? I believe y'all came from LA and the plane.
Yeah. So
the plane
right.
stopped.
So me and Jay at that time, we was living in Los Angeles and we was backup dancers for Kashmir, the guy who made the percolator, if I'm not mistaken. No disrespect. But by that time he wasn't called Kashmir anymore. He was called Green Velvet.
Yeah, Green Velvet.
We even did his music video called It's Time for the Percolator. You can watch that on YouTube. So we was backup dancers for him, going to Amsterdam, all these other places. He had a gig in Detroit for us. So we went to Detroit, but our connection flight was Chicago. Okay? So I had these brand new Nikes, SBs that I didn't even put on yet. I had my jogging pants on. We wanted to fly comfortable. We know how to fly by this time. We did Madonna, right? We know how to fly comfortable. Boom, we going to Chicago. We can't leave because we got a connection flight. The flight ended up messing up and we couldn't go to Detroit from that flight connection no more. So we like, wait, we stuck in Chicago. What day is it? Jay was like, it's Sunday. You want to go BG's?
So I pay for the taxi from the airport.
No, bro. That's not what happened. You found an envelope of money, bro.
But I said I'll pay. I said I'll pay for the ride from.
Oh yeah, so he paid for the ride. He paid for the ride to BG's with an envelope of money that he found, bro.
Off the plane, like okay.
So look,
God said us to go to BG's.
We dipped to BG's, right? Look, I ain't got the right shoes, and I only got these Nike SBs. But what I ain't tell y'all, I wear a size 10. Them bad boys was an 8. That's all I had though. So we going up there just to see what's up, just to say what's up to people. So I ain't put the shoes on. Here go Chaz talking about, we got this battle finna crack. You know what I'm saying? Light bulb AG in here, Jay and Chuck. I said, okay, all right, whatever. So I ain't finna complain. I ain't finna be the only one complaining about my shoes. So put them babies on, curl my little toes up. You know what I'm saying? Got it rocking. You know, we got it rocking. And honestly, to be honest, in my opinion, because if y'all look at the video, I think I was the last person to go, and I was hopping up and down. I looked at the DJ and them like, oh, we stopping? Because I need more rounds than that to get loose. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, because our generation, we cut from that cloth where we take this to the parking lot.
Yeah.
We cut from that cloth. I'm taking this to the park. I don't need no round limit. Don't give me no round limit. You know what I'm saying? I got too much to say. So that battle was pretty much unfinished in my mind, but it was great. It was great that it happened though.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, we got another one from Dayon. What made you keep pushing when you felt you should have stopped?
Well, I don't never think I should have stopped. Yeah, I never had that type of mentality. But as far as why I kept pushing, in general, I kept pushing because the things that we were doing in my mind was God sent. It was things that have never been done for the culture before, even locally.
Yeah.
From newspapers to some of the things from 106 and Park, my block, Chicago. We was only training in an alley on 106th and Eggleston. We didn't even have a dance studio back then. No. We kicking rocks on the train tracks, winning 106 and Park. So if you tell me that ain't God sent, I don't know what is. So that's why I kept going, because I believe in science. I believe in spiritual science saying, Charles, Chicago footwork. I'm like, wait, but I'm trying to get on with this rapping though. Chicago footwork. That was the message that just kept hitting my soul. Chicago footwork. Take these people who from all over Chicago in creation, talk to Boo, get him on the same page as you, and y'all create something that ain't been done yet, because it needs to be done right now so that Chicago footwork, you know, can remain strong. You know, the world didn't even know about Chicago footwork yet. So yeah, I had all the motivation I needed.
Okay. Yeah. This next question is from Josh. It said, what do you want the footwork world and the next generation to remember you by, and how would you describe your energy on when you dance?
I want the world to remember me by my students. Yeah. I want them to remember, you know, how much energy I put into others, to the point where I tried to like get them to surpass me or do things that I've never done before. Because that's a real passion I have. It's not an obligation for me. It's not a job. It's a passion and a way of life I like living. I enjoy watching my students do things that I haven't done or create things I haven't done, or just I enjoy watching them have that spark, you know, when they're depressed and when they're lost and they don't know what their purpose is. I feel like I help give people purpose. So that really gives me a drive, and I would love to be remembered by that, by helping other people. I don't know what the other half of that question was.
Oh, the other half was just how would you describe your energy when you dance?
Oh, my energy when I dance, woo, Avatar state, Avatar state. You know what I'm saying? I'm an airbender first, but I can step into that earth. I come from the Fire Nation of Chicago, you know, and I got some water too, you know, so I stay hydrated, you feel me? So
Yeah.
yeah, so that Avatar state, that's my energy right there. Now I ain't talking about the blue people.
Right.
I'm talking about that anime on Netflix, you feel me?
5 elements.
The 5 elements, you know what I'm saying? Like electricity.
Yes, man. All right, so we're gonna do a couple of more questions. I'm gonna go to Facebook. We got one from P Top. He said, "Do you plan on bringing Creation Global Resources back to the city of Chicago communities?"
I love that, man. Shouts out to P Top, man. That's what's up. Yeah, bro. Definitely. Just got off the phone with Mad Dog yesterday. Shouts out to Mad Dog. Um, that's the final goal. That's always been the goal, you know. Um, but you know, like I feel like in this global pandemic right now, I find myself, I'm like, wow, okay, how many years went by? 2011. I've been traveling since 2011, and this global pandemic sat my ass down. It put me in a new transition. It gave me the sign that I needed to know, okay, now it's time, Charles. It's time to use all the resources that you've been building up and go full circle now. Shouts out to Kelly, because she's also somebody that's showing me, you know, different things as far as clarity on like how we can piece this together to help the communities. So that's what I'm on right now. It's perfect timing that he asked that question, because we're definitely building behind closed doors and working on different projects. But the first thing that I wanted to do that was birthed from the pandemic was CFology. Um, CFology was birthed from the pandemic, and shouts out to the staff of CFology, which is Mickey, who's on here, Kelly, Chise. Um, we're using this platform to start giving back to Chicago footwork and bringing people on. Shouts out to J Rock. I saw him on here earlier. Oh, I see him on here right there representing the pack. We got a lot in store through CFology alone. Okay, but if I'm just talking creation, there's a lot of projects that I'm working on, and there's a lot of awesome people that's from Creation Chicago that we're about to start bringing back together to do some awesome work for the communities out there, especially somebody like Mad Dog, who's been out there in the streets this whole time.
Right. Let's do two more questions, Jay.
Okay, because I was doing them in order.
You can bounce around now because it's a lot. It's too many.
So many. Okay, this one. Okay, geez, I lost my place. Okay, this one said, which is the most important thing you learned in your first Chicago footwork battle? Was that the one with Wolfpack that you were talking about? And okay, and then the second part is, can you talk about battling in Chicago footwork versus battling in any other dance style?
All right, so the thing that I learned from getting burnt by Wolfpack was that I need to start my own Wolfpack. That now I ain't saying I needed to make the same name as their group, but I learned really fast that this culture is a wolf culture. You ain't surviving if you don't have that wolf mentality. You're not. That's point blank, period. So I was like, well, I gotta gang up then. You know what I'm saying? We gonna be young, but we gonna be hungry though. We might lose in the beginning, but we might have a bigger appetite than you though. you might be full when we stepping in. You see what I'm saying? And that's how I was looking at it. So we look out for each other. That's the biggest thing I learned, because they had 20 people on me. They even had people on me that wasn't even dancing, but they was playing their part, just dissing me, playing their role. You know what I'm saying? It was a whole performance. I said, this is crazy. This is crazy. Y'all got these fresh outfits on, Timbs and all this stuff, and I'm raggedy. You know what I'm saying? I got to step my game up. So I definitely learned a lot from that battle as far as supporting each other when you walk into a room. So when I met Boo and all of them, we start coming in uniform sometimes. Like, hey, all of us, let's wear jerseys tonight or airbrush shirts. You know what I'm saying? We got to make a standpoint. We got to get deep. As a matter of fact, at one point in time, because Havoc was one of the most deep groups at one point, but at one point in time, we was trying to be the deepest group ever. I need as many people in this group as they had in that movie 300. I need 300. Hey, everybody started hitting us up. How can we be down with creation? You know what I'm saying? T-Mob. Bro, we was getting deep, bro. So yeah, I learned how to squad up real quick from that battle. And then how do you battle?
About Chicago footwork versus battling in any other dance style.
Okay, so with Chicago footwork, I could be I can be raw. I can have contact. You know what I'm saying? We can do this anywhere, literally anywhere, and we can get it rocking. Versus, you know, when I'm battling in other dance styles, even though I've won some and I've lost some, it's always been really, really organized and sponsored by different companies and all of this stuff. You don't see as many street battles as you do in Chicago footwork. You see more organized settings, and you're not allowed to touch. You know what I'm saying? There's timers. There's a lot of emotions if somebody touches. I really don't understand. I come from a contact sport. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. Like, you can give me all the smoke in Chicago footwork. I need it. You know what I'm saying? Please don't be staying over there. I need you to talk to me. This is how we like it. You know what I'm saying? But in other styles, it's more about the techniques that they're doing. It's more like a performance in front of people, you know, and that's cool. Some people connect with the music and they take it more personal, but a lot of people like to put that performance on. I think it's cool if you're down with switching up your mentality for this event. I've entered in hip hop battles and I've won hip hop battles. You know what I'm saying? But I did try to stay authentic to what I represent. And where I come from, we get busy. If we talking hip hop that I like, I'm talking about getting busy. I ain't talking about, you know, anything else but getting busy. I'm going to cut this music on. I'm going to act like I'm in a party and I'm going to mix my footwork with it. I'm always trying to promote Chicago footwork too, by the way. But yeah, it's just a different energy. Like Earth is this style. You know, this style is all water. Chicago footwork is all fire. This one is, so you kind of got to change with the elements.
Mm-hmm. All right. This is the last question. What comes next? Where would you like to see creation go post-COVID?
Where would I like to see creation go? I would like to see, I've learned a lot through COVID. I've learned a lot about structuring and programming, and different programs that can be very helpful for communities if people step up into their full potential of sharing and educating and learning and all of that stuff. And we have a lot of awesome crewmates. So where I would look forward to in the future is a lot more organized regions of the world where we're just working as one with the same intention of like helping build these communities up, because a lot of people around the world, they need healing right now. You know, certain countries don't even have oxygen. You know what I'm saying? And yet people from that same country reaches out to Chicago Footwork. Why is that? You know what I'm saying? We need to take responsibility and use these gifts that people are trying to learn and use them to the best of our ability to create more leaders, positive leaders that can make a standpoint even to people as big as, you know, these government officials and all this stuff, and they can recognize how powerful art is through a dance group. You know what I'm saying? We got this far already. Why not go all the way? Right? Use art as the biggest platform we can. And we just need to be organized while we're doing that. So that's my goals for the future. Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts, man. But like I said, my apologies. We couldn't get to all the questions. With this episode, I knew it was gonna actually be long. Certain episodes is longer than the other. So
had a little glitch in the system.
Yeah, I want to apologize to y'all. If y'all got any questions, y'all can hit Charles up, message him. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to ask some questions. But also tell him, give him your well, pretty much I know everybody got your social media.
Give him his.
But still give it to
some people
him.
that may not know. Give him your social media outlet so people get in tune with you if they haven't already gotten in tune with you. Your social media platforms to reach you.
For those who might not know, you can check out my website if you want to catch up to speed on some of the things I've done. You can go to www.kingcharlesfootwork.com. Okay, there's one, just in case you never went to my website. And then also King Charles 5_ is my Instagram name. I don't really use Facebook that much. If you got an important message, just hit me on Instagram. That's better. Or if you got my number or email, that's probably better. But I'm starting to try to catch up on messages on Facebook. And then you can also check out my crew, Creation Global, and their Instagram. You can see some of the projects and certain things we're doing from there. So those are my platforms. And then also you can check out the camp that we represent called CFology, because we're just getting started with that and we're building, and we got one coming really soon too this year. Yeah.
Dope. Is there anything that you want to promote?
I want to promote Chicago again. That's where it all started for me. Those are my people. I never want them to think that I think otherwise. This is the only reason why I'm pushing so hard, is because I was created by that place, by those people, you know what I mean, who helped me get through all of those struggles. So much that I can't even translate on here. You know what I'm saying? So just know, whatever crew you with, I respect you for representing your crew and representing this culture in your way and your style. We're all doing our part to help, and we got a lot more WERK to do, right? So let's keep kicking. Ain't no age limit. We broke that barrier already. Ain't no age limit. Let's go.
No excuses.
Facts. I want to say I appreciate you.
Hey, wait.
Oh yeah, I was about to say you missing.
Oh yeah. No. I didn't know if you was gonna ask me like, is there any like? Okay, yeah, you did already. You did. I got so hyped with shouting out Chicago. I was like, all right, yo. So we got a couple things happening. I think I told y'all about CFology already. Also coming up really soon, from June 5th to July 3rd, is Mickey's event called Open Circle. It's an Open Circle battle class series. It's the first of its kind, right? Me and Budilla are collaborating to teach 4 classes, battle classes, to get whoever's signing up ready for the Open Circle battle that's happening at the end. And we're going to judge y'all off of what we taught y'all in battle, plus more, right? So I would encourage as many people that wants to join. It's going to be one of a kind, and we can't promise when the next one's going to happen. So do you want to miss it? You know what I'm saying? So check that out, June 5th to July 3rd. It's going to be every Saturday for most people, and Sunday for people in like Asian countries,
Right.
I believe. And then also, I think I might have just got booked for something in Chicago around September. I'll just leave it at that. You'll see a flyer coming out if I'm coming to Chicago in the September time. And then would love for you guys support to root me on for this Red Bull battle that I'm doing in October. I'm going to be representing the culture out in DC in the national finals. And one more time, CFology is happening this summer. We're about to drop all that information. It's going down, and we got awesome teachers that y'all don't even know that we got. We already hit them all up.
Yep.
It's going down.
all just like Crossfire.
All flame. Rocket. Rocket.
This time right here, we give a couple of people, if y'all got something to support, I said support, to promote, you know what I'm saying? Let's make it quick. If you got something to promote you want to put out there to the world, there's a lot of people out there chiming in. So yeah, so anybody you want to support, what the hell I want to support? Promote. Like damn. If I want to promote anything, you know what I mean? It's the time. Time is now.
Yeah, I'm so stupid, man. I'm so stupid. Look, that's why I got my crew people on here. I teach a class every Thursday called Light Work, 11 a.m. PST. Y'all want to join? It's on Zoom. Y'all welcome. $10 for one class, $30 for 4 classes. And then I teach a Saturday class with that same person that organizes that Les Twins battle versus me and J-Ron. Every Saturday, 11 a.m. PST. That's a beginner Chicago footwork. Tell your friends and family. Both of y'all should come.
See, that's what it's about right there. Get into them.
That's what happens when you got a million
Support.
and one things going on. You know what I'm saying? You forget, hey, I do it all the time. Hey, what anybody got something they want?
Yo.
Let's go.
So once again, man, appreciate that. Was tuning in to Track Test with AC versus YB, but I got one next month. It'll be CB versus Spalding. Also, another announcement. I'm thinking about creating a track attack for, I'm gonna call it Track Attack Young Guns, which is basically that I'm trying to get all new track makers that people ain't never heard of just to get a platform, just to get up out there. So if y'all new and fresh and trying to get up out there and you feel you got all the flame that, you know, you want people to hear, just hop on, but just know you're going to battle someone too. And the category is going to be different amongst the ones that's well known. So that's getting set up real soon. And then also season 1 of Track Attack is going to pretty soon be over, but I still got a nice lineup yet, but it's getting close to it. So just
shout out to Track Attacks, man. Like I said,
that last one was fire. That's all.
All flame.
Hey,
that boy Lucky was getting off in the hallway.
Big facts. We work. That's all. Listen, that's all I want to see. I don't want to hear no nonsense, no back and forth. If you ain't working, you don't need to be talking. I need to work.
Oh, that's what I used to say. If you ain't footwork, why the is you breathing? That's how you say back.
And I just found that shirt. I'm rocking this classic. Y'all know nothing about that. Boy.
Lucky, you ain't got no projects coming up.
I was waiting my turn. I was being patient. I was waiting.
Go ahead, bro.
But yeah, I do got some new projects coming. I'm finna drop some music next month. Actually, I'm finna drop. Oh, you got something you finna drop? She finna drop some music too. My new project next month called The Ugly Face coming out. Everybody look for that. Then I'm also dropping the clothing line too, Metro clothing line. Everybody look out for that too. And that's about it.
Oh.
Hey, listen, when that title is dope to me, and the reason why it's dope to me is because I don't understand what the ugly face means. The ugly face, when you hear that track, your favorite track, and them drums, that snare hitting, and that you get the ugliest face out in the world, bro. Like for
that's
real.
cold.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
super
So yeah,
cool.
I cannot wait for that, bro. I'm most definitely gonna support that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna shout it out and purchase it. You know what I'm saying? Anybody else got anything? Matt, you ain't got nothing coming up?
Say what you gotta say. This all?
You ain't got nothing, Matt?
You gonna say something?
Mickey, I think Mickey got some classes.
Mickey, yes. Come on, Mickey. Let's get your classes out there.
Oh, thank you so much.
I hear an echo.
That sound like
Right.
HD echo, but not Mickey though.
Somebody got their stuff on.
Can
There
you
you
hear
go.
me?
Go ahead. Yep.
There you go.
I have I hear.
Is that RP Boo?
Oh no, let me find it.
That's the
RP.
Yeah. Say something. You gonna say?
Yeah, that's RP. Mute yourself.
No, I don't think it's RP.
yo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it just
Okay.
went away.
All right.
Okay.
Go ahead, Mickey.
Okay, so I have an online class. It's starting from this month, May. Every Saturday, 9 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Japan time. So if you have, this is like foundation class, basic class. If you want to training basic of Chicago footwork, back to learn like the physical training, my class is for the training how to have strong body, legs, and like keep have like good energy, good motivation for Chicago footwork. So if you want to take class, hit me up. And it's good to mix with my master teacher, King Charles class, because he's more advanced than my class. So if you want to training basic and advanced, this is a good mix. So please learn my teacher class, and if you want to learn from me, welcome.
Hey, just in case anybody looking at Mickey crazy, please know this. You might get smoked if you battle her. That's a mic right there. That's a strong mic right there.
Don't say
Go ahead. Hit her up. Test that. Go ahead, test that theory. She don't sleep.
Ain't no mic.
If I got
listen, I have
Ain't no mic.
I ain't no mic.
I can vouch. Ain't no mic.
Anybody want to put, listen, anybody want to put some money up on any of my foreign people? And I'm talking about, let's do rounds. We talking about rounds, not no rounds. 1, 2 rounds. We talking about rounds. If you want to put a minute up there, you can put a minute.
Yep.
Let's do that.
Mickey got bars, yo. Don't do it. I seen her fly to LA one time, take a W from a whole championship and fly right back. She ain't say nothing, like a little ninja, just crazy, like going crazy.
We can most definitely go crazy. But anybody else got anything? J. Ron.
Shout out to Mickey, yo. Oh yeah, dang it. I ain't been getting a chance to hit up Keith to get the final date for the picnic, but we got the happy picnic, but I ain't got the exact date to promote it because he ain't hit me back. Like, I was gonna announce it today, but it's like, oh dang, I forgot to hit Keith up. But yeah, it's already, of course, the happy picnic. Right, I was trying to get the date ahead of time for people to get ahead.
Hey, listen, all overseas cats. If y'all want to see Chicago for what it really is, this is the best time to come to the Habit Picnic. True story. Shit gonna get real.
But listen, a lot of people, I want y'all to understand this because a lot of people are asking this question about why I'm hearing the echo again. Everybody's asking this question about out-of-towners coming to Chicago. we have to understand what's going on in Chicago and not make it seem like this is out of the ordinary, or you know what I'm saying? So yes, I will want these individuals to come to Chicago, battle, and do everything, especially to the picnic. You know what I'm saying? But we have to understand that we have to get that in order first before we start bringing people here. You know what I'm saying? So let's make sure we put that in order, in motion. Also, we got beat down picnic as well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's coming up. So we need to really we need to make sure that we have that secure, man. Seriously. Like for real. You need a different turnout.
Yeah, y'all just make sure like for
sure.
next month is PTSD month, and everybody just check on your people, and that's a big issue that people have to understand. A lot of people are going through things right now, so we have to make sure we all good and those that's around us as well.
Exactly.
And if I can just say something, PTSD does not come about because you're in war. You can live in your community, it could be in your household. You can have witnessed something, or someone else has been through something and they tell you about it. So just like you guys are promoting, the footwork and the music is good, but it's also important for your mental health to be strong and be flexible. So PTSD month is next month. Telehealth month is free. You all should know that because of COVID. Please, as people of color, I urge you to take advantage of mental medicine for your mental stability. You cannot do anything if your mind is not healthy. So that's what I wanted to say about that. Thanks.
Thank you, sis. Thank you, sis.
Thank you. Thank you, fam.
Yes, indeed.
What do I got? A lot.
Private classes, Chicago footwork classes,
shit.
hanging out, workout.
So I'm about to start back going online again. Even though I have physical classes, so I'm about to start back going online again. Tuesday, no, I'm sorry, Monday. Every other Monday I do a Chicago footwork class, beginners class. But we're about to start going online, so it's gonna be physical and it's gonna be online at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna do that, and then also Tuesday, of course, we have Bang Out Tuesday, which is a dance fitness class. You know what I'm saying, for adults. Come check that out. That's in Matson, Illinois. The Monday class is at the lab in the Beverly area, and then Thursdays we have Thrive Thursdays, which is another dance fitness class, 5:30 class, and it's a 7 o'clock class. So if you want to be a part of that, just inbox me and I'll see you the information. Just like Charles said, starting next week, next Sunday, is where we're gonna have the open circle session. So y'all can, if y'all need more information, please tap in with Charles, tap in with me, Mickey, you know what I'm saying? Get more information about that. Prince J-Ron also do private classes, so y'all can hit him up for that. I do private classes, y'all can hit me up for that. And we're not just talking about steps, we're talking about history as well. So if you want any information, you know what I'm saying, just hit us up. You got DJs on here as well. Like I say, Lucky, RP, Crossfire, y'all want to ask them questions on the music side, you know what I'm saying, hit them up. You know what I mean? We most definitely not scared to answer any questions, you know what I'm saying? We appreciate you, bro, for taking the time out of your schedule.
Appreciate y'all. I'm about to go right back to teaching, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
got a private lesson right now. About to train. She been in here studying this whole time.
Yeah, man. That's super dope, man. And stay, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't need to say stay because that's gonna be there regardless. You know what I'm saying? But appreciate you, love you, know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you already know, bro.
Also, I'm gonna hit you up as far as tomorrow too about what we was talking about.
Okay.
You know, yeah. So
let's get it.
Everybody else have a great peaceful night. You know what I'm saying? Have a great weekend because we approaching the weekend.
Much love to all y'all. Shouts out to all my students, all my people working hard this year. I see y'all. Y'all know where y'all at. It's all love. Let's go.
Let's go.
All flame. Do you hear me?
Until next time. Peace.
For sure.
Peace.